What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man, Chaz Ellis, answering the questions that you ask me. You know you ask me questions, you know I like to answer them. Anyway, make sure you go to the Chaz Ellis Project and you get a hold of As Chaz Ellis Presents the Game Plan. Make sure you get access to the live stream, okay? Because we're going to do a dating class where I'm going to go into all kinds of different scenarios and different things and show you how to put some of the things I've been teaching you on these blogs and vlogs to show you how to put it to use in the real world. You're gonna see all kinds of scenarios and stuff, crowd participation. If you can't make it to Atlanta, but you want to get that information, make sure you get access to the live stream. Your man Chaz Ellis, telling you stuff. Go to the askchazzellis.com. You can get access to that. It's gonna be a link somewhere here. Don't even worry about it. Okay. Anyway. Somebody was asking me to give them the do's and don'ts on a first date. Some of the things, basically some of the things you just don't do on the first date. Some of the things to keep you from messing up and looking like a damn fool on your first date. So, you know me, in true Chaz Ellis fashion, came up with the 10 don'ts that you want to stay away from on a first date. Number 1, don't bring other people. Not cool. I know some of y'all like to double date. A lot of females like to do this where they double date for security and all that kind of stuff. I get that. But that only works if the person is crazy and you need protection from them. If the person is not crazy and you don't need protection, it pretty much messes up almost all the time. Why is that? Because when you bring other people, you bring variables. Okay? Don't bring variables into your situation. If you want to get to know somebody, it's a lot easier to get to know them one-on-one. It's a lot easier to get to know somebody when it's just the two of y'all going to whatever place you go to and y'all get to enjoy each other's company. You never know if you invite a friend or something like that and they bring their person with them and they having a fight or something like that, or he grabs some girl's butt on the way over there and now they picked a day to fight about it. And you and dude is like just looking at him like, oh, and you're not even enjoying each other. Or you never know when your friend tries to help you out a little bit too much and start asking a bunch of messed up ass questions like, how many people have you had sex with? And you looking at her like, man, I didn't tell you to say that shit. Because now he gonna ask me. And then he say something like 2, and you're like, damn. So, when people do stuff like that, can open a can of worms. Anything can happen. Don't add variables to a situation that's already stressful. Don't bring other people with you. Number 2. This may sound obvious, but, it happens all the time. Don't get drunk or high on a first date. Probably shouldn't get drunk or high on any dates, but hey, if you with the person and that's what y'all like to do, I'm saying do your thing. But when you're on a first date, you don't know what this person likes to do. They may like to drag people off in the woods and have chipmunks fondle them. You never know. Hopefully not, but it can happen. You may get drunk and end up married to this person. You may get drunk and make a damn fool out of yourself. They may get drunk and start telling you stuff you don't even want to know. Like, yo, I got 3 keys, a Coke in the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to sell them and take them across the border to Mexico. What? I didn't want to know. No. Stop drinking. I don't want to know that. Please. I don't want no more of this. So you never know what can happen when you add alcohol into the equation, especially when you get drunk and you get all confused. You may look at it like, oh, well, I'm drunk and I'm having a good time, and they looking at you like a damn fool. So try not to get drunk on a first date. And when I say that, really I'm saying try not to. I say don't take any more than 2 drinks and stay away from drugs altogether on the first date, especially. And the reason I say that is because you may think you don't get drunk after 3 or 4 drinks, but everybody around you may think you do. So try to stay away from stuff like that you know is going to alter how you're going to act. Number 3, don't talk about exes. Man, keep that short and sweet. Even if they ask you about an ex, well, we broke up. Keep it short and sweet. Because anything you say about that situation can get out of hand and it can become about the ex. A lot of times you see somebody and you're talking to them and then you notice how the date becomes about the person they used to date. Even though they may not have wanted it to go there, just because you start getting a conversation going, and you know, sometimes you got a lot of stuff to say about that person, like, man, yeah, and you know what else, and you know, and then you start telling the story, and it might scare the other person off. You're like, yeah, and she slept with the preacher when we was getting ready to get married, you know what I'm saying? And she took the ring, and she went off with my best man, you know what I'm saying? And she's pregnant by him right now, and we speaking, you know what I'm saying? I love it to that girl, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to be on this date no more, man. Just take me home, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even in no shape to drive. You don't want to become that dude, you know, so... And ladies, you know, y'all do the same thing, you know. Oh my God, he robbed me. He stole all my stuff. I mean, he stole my CD. This nigga even stole my nail polish. Like, why? Why do you even do that? I don't understand it. You know, you don't want to break down on a date. And you don't want to tell somebody something about your ex while you're on a date, and then mess around and have to give the whole full story later on, and they think you were lying. Because you know, if you do tell something about an ex on a date, it's going to be condensed. So just try to avoid that subject altogether. Number 4, don't go to the movies. When you go to the movies on a first date, it doesn't give you an opportunity to really talk to each other. So basically, you waste 2 hours of being around each other. And what ends up happening is you don't even know how close to get to the person, how... to connect with the person in the movies, because you don't really know each other. So y'all just in a dark movie theater together, like, I don't really know you, you don't really know me. Should I put my arm? No? Yeah. Should we hold hands? I don't really know where your hands have been. I don't know you like that. So make sure that you put yourself in a position where you guys can have a conversation, you can get to know each other, maximize every second of the time that you spend together, especially in the beginning. Because it just tells you whether or not you want to be around this person for another 2 or 3 hours before, you know, you might want to just go home immediately. You might not like them. So you want to be able to check that out. You can't really do that in a movie. Number 5, don't go to a family get-together. You'd be surprised how many people will go on the first date and it'll be like, oh, I'm about to have a family barbecue. You want to come? Or I'm about to have some other type of get-together with my friends. You want to come? That puts a lot of pressure on the other person, you know. And it puts a lot of pressure on you too, because you've introduced this person to everybody you know pretty much. And now when it doesn't work out, if they seem to be real cool and everybody liked them, they're like, what happened to so-and-so? Oh my goodness, I can't believe you lost this person. Oh, they was so cool. Oh, they was cute too. What happened? And people are asking you questions and stuff like that. They're just pissing you off. And it sets you up for failure on the date anyway, because it distracts them. They're getting to know everybody at the same time they're getting to know you. So it does happen sometimes. They might even fall for one of your friends or something like that. And it happens. You're putting yourself in a messed up situation sometimes where and people start telling stories about you that you don't want people to know. You never know what the boundaries on these people are. And you can't really get mad at them because you brought the person around them. You can't tell somebody not to be who they are when you brought them to where they were going to be. You know, you brought them to a family get-together. You brought them to a bunch of your friends' homes. And now you're mad because they're being themselves at a party? That's not really fair. So stay away from that kind of stuff. Try to be in a setting where y'all are, even if you're in a public place, it's not around people that you know. Number 6, don't spend what you can't afford. That's for guys and girls. I know some people are like, well, that's only for guys because guys are usually the ones that are going to pay for the date. That's for guys and girls. I'm talking about even in getting ready, or if you're going to pay for the date as a female, whatever the case is, don't spend what you can't afford. When you buy so much, it puts a lot of pressure on you and you start seeming a little weird because you got too much on the relation. Or it's pretty much a relationship for you, even though it's a first date. If you put money into a situation that you really can't afford to spend, that means that it pretty much has to work out. And if it doesn't, you're going to be kind of broken up. So you're going to start acting a little funny sometimes. You know, sometimes you buy that dress and that outfit that you really couldn't afford, and then the date turns out to be kind of whack, and you're like, man, I wasted all this money. I can't even go out on another date. You're a little bit too invested. So make sure you don't spend money you can't afford. Some dudes, you out here buying a chick all kinds of stuff, and taking her on hot air balloon rides. And chill out with all of that. Just, have a good, fun time. Don't do all that crazy stuff, all right? So make sure that you don't put yourself in a position where you're not going to have a good time because you've invested too much. Number 7. Don't pick up your phone. That is most people's pet peeve. Look, there was a time when the only time you could talk to somebody was when they were at home. Or when they were at a place like a job where you knew exactly where they were. It used to be like that, and things worked just fine. The things that you think are a big emergency really aren't. You're not there, so you don't need to know stuff right off top. You don't need to know things in the moment. I know we live in this, everything happens in a split second type of age where, you get information so quickly, so now we think we need information that quickly. You don't need to know what's going on Twitter while you're on a date. You don't need to check your Facebook while you're on a date. You don't need to check your emails while you're on a date. You're on a freaking date. Give it an hour or two where you just give those electronics a rest. And actually interact with a real person. That way people can actually decide whether they like your ass or not. Don't pick up your phone. Don't start talking to people. Chill. Just chill for a second and have a good time on a date. All right, don't let people that ain't with you mess up the time you're having with somebody who actually is with you. Number 8. Don't make the whole date about you. Actually let the other person have a chance to talk. Ask that person questions about themselves and their life. See what they think about particular situations. That way you can tell whether or not you like them. And they can tell whether or not they like you. Because they're going to probably ask you questions in return. Get a dialogue going, not a monologue. This is not a time for you to just go ahead and go on a whole soliloquy about your life. And yes, when I was 5, I was accepted into an art program, and it was wonderful. And yes, it was crazy, though, because I also peed on myself from time to time. The duality of life. Nobody wants to hear that. Let that person ask you questions about your life, and you ask them some questions. Make sure it's back and forth. Number 9, don't eat what you can't handle. People don't tell you a lot of this about dates. You have to make food choices that make sense on a date. Sometimes, these are things we don't really think about. But if you know good and well you can't handle Indian food, if you know good and well you can't handle Italian, if you know you can't eat dairy, then why are you going to an ice cream shop? Hey, we need to go out for ice cream. You're like, sure, let's go, babe. You can't eat dairy. You are lactose intolerant. What in the hell are you thinking? Now you're farting, your stomach bubbling, and you done messed up the whole date for yourself. Eat what you can handle. That's for anybody, no matter what the situation. If all you can eat is a salad, eat a salad. If you already ate a little while ago, make sure, just something you need to think about before you even go on a date. Don't eat beans and then go on a date. Don't go to Taco Bell and then go on a date. Eat regular food that you know you can handle, and then go out on a date. And eat regular food you can handle on the date. You know what you can handle. Don't go outside of that. And number 10. Don't talk about the future beyond the next date. That's how you get yourself into trouble. If you like the person you want to talk about going out again, cool. But don't say stuff like, yeah, you're cool as hell, man. I'm actually thinking about going to Hawaii in a few months. It'd be dope if I took you with me. Just some little thing that you thought, some offhanded comment like that, like, haha. And, y'all don't talk to each other for like a month or two, and next thing you know, they're talking about, you said you was going to take me to Hawaii, but you lied. You was a lying ass nigga, okay? All y'all lied. You're like, what? I said, what? Who is this? We went on a date, and you said you was going to take me to Hawaii, and you didn't, okay? Liar. And now you're dealing with stuff like that because even though you talked about something that was going to happen in the future that clearly, if they weren't there with you, they wouldn't be involved, people take things any kind of way. You might tell a dude something like, yeah, one day I would like to get married and I would like to have a beautiful home and children. Then he call you back after y'all ain't talked in like 6 months. So, what's up? We getting married or what? Like, what in the, huh? You said you wanted to get married and have children with me. And now you sitting over here with another dude. I saw you on Facebook. We getting married or somebody gonna die. Now you in trouble. It can happen. don't make any plans past the second date. If you like the person and you know for sure you want to go on a second date with them, cool, you can talk about a second date. But don't go no farther than that because things get all out of hand. They might take it wrong and think you're trying to plan a life with them and they get scared off. So just talk about the second date at the most. That's as far as you ever go. Okay, so make sure you follow these rules when you go on a date and you can have a good time. And you don't have to worry about a lot of stuff because following these rules will help you just escape a lot of crap. Once again, it's your man Chaz Ellis. Make sure you hit me up on the askchazzellis.com. Get involved in some of the discussions that we're having on Ask Chaz, on Chaz Ask, and they also have Chaz tags where you can look and see some of the new stuff that's going on in the world around you, and you can weigh in on that also. Leave all the comments you want to leave. Also, there's a store there where you can get access to the email address. You can get consultation. You know, you don't have to put yourself on blast to let nobody know you want a consultation. You can just go ahead and get one. Whatever it is you want to do on there, go ahead and handle that. Go to the askchazzellisproject.com. Also, if you want access to the live stream of the dating class, like I said, that's on Ask Chazzellis. That's on the askchazzellisproject.com. I don't know what I said. The askchazzellisproject.com. Don't even worry about it. It's going to be right here. That's all you got to do. Once again, it's your man Chaz Ellis. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you share this video with somebody else that you know needs it, or even somebody you don't think needs it but would get entertained by it. Share that video with them. Once again, your man Chaz Ellis. Like and subscribe. Peace.